Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the Unleashing Potentials podcast. My name is Bernadette Desir. I am a Haitian Canadian adoptee, mother, mental health advocate, artist, and podcaster. Thank you so much for spending your Monday or whichever day you're going to be watching this at or on, whichever location around the world. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So before I get into today's video, I always like to share some announcements or anything that is coming up on the podcast, any changes that are coming up. All right. So for anyone that is looking to come on the podcast, whether as a returning guest or as a first-time guest, I'm excited either way to connect with you, to hear your story, and to just see the impact that you've been making, not only in your community, but in the world. All right. I need your bio, picture, links, or any relevant links, social media links that you want to share with me and my audience. All right. Because that's how people find you. All right. Let's say we do interviews and you don't send me your links. People will watch your interview, but they won't be able to connect with you. All right. Because I want to build this incredible community around connection and just collaboration and connecting with each other. Okay. So send me those. And also, you guys, I can't believe 2026. I know it's around the corner. It's coming. It's crazy how time flies. Wow. Uh yeah, I hope it has been a great eye-opening year for you, full of good things and things that you can learn from and take to the next year. All right. Speaking of, I'm looking forward to next year. There's so much that I know will be happening, things that I know or don't know relating to the podcast, but I'm excited. Okay. And yeah, I'm excited. And also, you guys, my calendar, it's filling up pretty quick. I'm booked probably till end of November. So probably end of this week, I will be closing my calendar so I can have time to just get other stuff done and work more on the podcast platforms, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Just get some work done on there and also rest. Okay. So I think that's it for announcements. Now we're going to dive straight into today's topic. As you can see, the title it's to stop seeking approval. And I'm going to walk you through 5 steps to build your own self validation. All right. So welcome. Come on in, have a seat, and we're gonna tackle this head on. Okay. So I know that all of us, we struggle with seeking approval from others. And when we should really be focusing on building our essence and getting all the approval that we need from ourselves. All right. Whether it's on social media, at work, or even in relationships, we're often chasing validations on the outside because that's what we're taught. And over time, it can become very, very draining, very exhausting, where you just lose yourself in the process of becoming. You lose yourself in the process of trying to get validations from people who cannot even validate themselves. Okay. And whether it's on social media, all of us, we know what goes on social media, and at times we still put on a mask, we still pretend that it doesn't exist, and we just kind of go with it. Here's what I mean. Social media, we make everything look polished, everything look fine, when really we are showing all the good and nice stuff that's happening in our lives, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, show that. but also build the courage to show what's not going right and what you're learning from it, or what you've learned from the different struggles and trials that you've been through in life. All right. So let's get into it. How to build self validation and how to feel enough when no one claps for you. Mm. Okay, so let's break it down. From people pleasing to trusting yourself again, and how to stop caring about what everybody thinks, because everybody has their own things that they're going through, right? Okay, so why do we care of what people think about us? First of all, it's not your fault. Here's what I mean by that. Maybe you were raised in an environment that did not teach you that your own strength, your own power is sufficient for who you are, what you are, that you are whole within yourself, in yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Maybe the environment you grew up in, it was toxic, and it taught you that you had to seek something outside of yourself to feel whole, to be loved, to be liked, to be accepted. All right. And we're all wired that way. We're wired for connection. Maybe as a kid, safety meant to smile. And maybe as a kid, doing things to get validation, whether it's from your teacher, from a friend, or friends to accept you, that was right at the time. But as an adult, how do we deal with that? How do we deal with survival patterns that we've been trapped in? It's a survival trap. That's what I call it. It's vicious. It does not stop. It may slow down, but it's exhausting and it's draining. And we keep going around the same patterns, the same circles, the same situations, the same environment, the same people. And we often don't know how to get out of that loop. We often don't understand how to build healthy habits, habits around our boundaries, habits for ourselves, and habits that will protect who we are and our authenticity. All right. So maybe as an adult, maybe you may think, if others approve me, then it shows that I'm doing okay. It shows that I have significance. It shows that I'm on the right path. It shows that I matter. And on the other hand, if they don't approve what you're doing, if they don't praise what you're doing and how you do it, why you do it, you internalize that. And you may say, something's wrong with me. I'm a screw up. I'm not doing this properly. Everybody's doing this good, and I'm not. Right? Nothing is wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is you thinking that there's something wrong with you and nothing's wrong with you. Did that make sense? I hope so, because it just did for me. Okay. And I want to tackle social media a little bit. I know I talked about it just briefly during this intro. Okay. Social media makes it worse. I'm telling you, you guys, it makes it so bad. That's why there is a very, very dangerous loop and a very, very healthy and toxic loop when it comes to social media. Okay. It happens all the time. I know you do it. I've done it. Okay. Let's say you post something. I don't know what you post, maybe a comment of something that happened or is happening, or maybe you got a promotion at work. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you had a child. Maybe there was a death. Maybe you got fired. Whatever it was, somehow deep within you, there's a part of you that is seeking validation. Sometimes it's healthy validation. You will know when it's healthy based on, at times, how people comment or reflect on what you're saying, or if they say anything at all. Okay. So when you post stuff on social media, you are seeking something that you think is not in you, that is not in your control, that is out of your reach, that you are hoping, praying someone somewhere would and will connect and say, I'm sorry this happened. This is a tricky topic because there's a healthy aspect of it and there's a very unhealthy aspect of it. Okay. So every time you post something, there are a certain amount of likes, views, and comments. Maybe you don't get enough and you follow someone who gets enough views and comments, and something in you, the ego, it get triggered and tricked, and you make go back to the very same loop, thinking something's wrong with you, that the people you're competing with are doing better than you, when really it's not a competition. You may see it that way, but the people that are doing fine where they are, they're they most of the time are not even comparing. Okay. That is a loop that we get trapped in. Okay. So social media, most of the time it becomes about who's keeping score for self-worth, and who is getting the most, like the most views, the most comments, right? But here's the truth: approval isn't validation, it's attention. And attention fades over time. Whether you believe it or not, it does. It fades. And what happens when it fades? Here's a question for you. Can you remember a time when you got approval but still didn't feel fulfilled? Can you? Okay. Put the whatever comments, whatever you want to share in the chat, wherever you're watching this from. Okay. I want to go to step number 2 here. The power of self-validation. Okay. Here's what validation means. Maybe it means something different to you. It means something different for me. All right. Validation means recognizing your own feelings, opinions, and worth without needing someone else to agree. Self-validation. Keep an eye on the word self. I didn't just put validation there. I put the self, because it is in the self that we can find ourselves or lose ourselves. Okay. So when you know your worth, when you stand in your truth, when you speak the truth, when you step into your power, when you begin to let your past be in the past and accept what is now, what will be, what should have been, and make peace with it all, you become dangerous, my friends, because you have a confidence. You walk with power, with your head held high, and you know who you are. Because you know who you are, you threaten other people's weaknesses. And it becomes very difficult for people to tear you down. If they do, you rise through it, you grow through it, you feel it differently than you would have been if you were in a very unhealed space. Okay. So, your worth, your opinions, however you feel, that is your responsibility to decide what you'll do with it. Okay. And there are so many ways you can look at it. You could say, I handled that well. I'm proud of my effort, even if nobody noticed. That is you speaking healthy to the self. Okay. When you practice self-validation, you shift from performing for approval to living with purpose. How long have you been chasing approval from others? And how exhausting has it been for you? Even if you don't want to admit it, but you know, I'm speaking to you, the you who's watching, the you who knows how exhausting it's been, how draining it's been. All right. Are you performing or are you living in your purpose? Do you even know what your purpose is? If so, how can you begin to explore what your purpose could be? Because all of us have a purpose. Just because you see someone else living in theirs doesn't mean you can't live in yours. Okay? Here are some examples for myself. Hopefully, it relates to you. When I first started this podcast, you guys, I had to remind myself over and over and over. And I had to learn the very hard truth that I used to just not choose to face. Here it is. You ready? Not everyone will like what I do, what I say, how I say it, and that is okay. That's okay. Maybe within the work that you're in, the path that you're in, the journey that you're in, I want to let you know that some people are like very, very vicious, hungry sharks. They will devour you. They will cut up your dreams, bury it. They will do everything that they can, everything in their power, in their ability to cut you down, to break your spirit, to minimize who you are, your worth, your ability to do what you do with excellence. You need to stand strong, tall in the midst of the criticism, judgment, and everything that you're going through right now. The minute you cower, you give people power over you. And I know you know better than that. I know you are better than that. I know you are stronger than that. So feel the criticism, sit in the pain. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to scream, scream. If you have to journal until you can't, do it. If you have to paint, I paint. If you have to do that, do it. But don't you ever dare to quit. Don't do it because you'll regret it. You're going to put a stop on your path and your journey because your purpose is someone else's tomorrow. Okay? So do it afraid. Do not cower. Do not give up. Do not stop anything good that you're doing right now just because people don't like it. Who cares? Let haters be haters. That's their job, that's their assignment. I love it when people hate me, when they hate what I do, because that tells me I'm doing something right. And change is hard, and it is so freaking good and healthy. Okay? So stand tall because someone's waiting. Maybe you're writing a book right now. Somebody needs your story. So if you put the pen down because of how you feel, you're going to make them wait longer. Okay? Do that. Do it for them. Do it for you. Continue to write your journey because it's not over. Not yet. I can say not yet for myself. You get to say the not yet for yourself. Okay? You get to do that. And yeah, and an example connecting to what I shared about my podcast. You guys, I have what? 257 subscribers, and I have 500 plus videos. Some people have 200 videos that have thousands of subscribers. I stop looking at the numbers because I'm looking at quality versus quantity, which they're different. The quality of the powerful messages and stories I put out, you may not find them anywhere else. If you do, they're not like mine. Okay? Because I'm unique. I'm putting my own spin into it. There's no one else like me that can do me like me. And there's no one else out there, actually in the world. I'm not going to say out there because it doesn't simplify what I'm trying to say. There's nobody else in the entire world that is like you. And that alone should be a little boost for you to say, heck yes, I'm going to get this done. Okay. So just do it. Just get it done. Okay. And yeah, do it. I'm trying to think of what else I can articulate to connect to that point. Just do it. Okay. Let's go to key point number 2, or step number 2. Here are 5 ways to build self-validation. Again, focus on what I just shared, the self. I'm like circling the word self. It's not an egoistic thing when I say self, because if you don't know who you are, it's going to be very hard to tell people who you are. And action speaks louder than words. Okay? People are going to watch how you behave, how you love yourself, or how you tear down yourself, or how you tear other people down. People are watching those, and it's not always in writing forms what they're witnessing, and they don't always tell you what they see in you, and you don't always tell people what you see in them as well, right? So number 1, build awareness. Okay, ask yourself, am I doing this for me or for approval? Awareness is the first step. When you notice you're editing yourself to avoid judgment, what are you doing to edit who you are? You are rare. You are powerful. You are so special. And without you, this world would not be what it is. Okay? Number 2 of how you can build self-validation is check in. Would I do this if nobody saw it? If yes, it aligns with your values. If it's a no, then it doesn't. Would you talk about a specific topic if you knew no one was watching? Would you say the stuff that you're saying to yourself in front of everybody and hope they'd clap for you? Why would you? Then it doesn't align. When it doesn't align, you'll know, and it feels right. It feels good. Okay? You'll know. Number 3, set boundaries. Yeah, easy said than done. You guys, I need to do a video on boundaries, because boundaries is such a complex situation and topic to even begin to grasp, let alone trying to put it across to people to say, hey, I get what you mean. Boundaries, it's tough. No is an answer. Yes is an answer. People are not going to like when you say yes. They're also not going to like when you say no even more. So you better put on your big boy or big girl panties when you're ready to set those boundaries, to draw those lines, because you're going to piss people off, and let it be so, and stand in your ground and your power, and step up and remain unshaken, because it's going to happen. So what? Okay. No doesn't make you unkind when you say it. Okay. It makes you clear. When you say no to an invitation, when you say no to a person, Oh, if you've been going through specific abuse, whether it's verbal, physical, psychological, whatever it may be, maybe you've had enough. Maybe you say enough is enough. That's it. And you said no. And when you said, you make yourself clear. I want you to stand in that clarity that you feel in that moment. Okay. I do. And it's so hard to set boundaries, especially with families, close friends, oh, with yourself. All right. And let me tell you this, you do not owe anybody an explanation for prioritizing your peace. Oh, I want to say that again. You do not owe anybody an explanation for prioritizing your peace because your peace is yours. You deserve it. You deserve to have peace of mind in this world. You deserve to have peace of mind in situations that you've been through or how you've been treated or perceived. And now, more than ever, is the time to step up. Okay? Stand in your power, regardless of who agrees or disagrees. Too bad. Okay? Let's go to number 4 here. Self-talk and journaling. Oof. Okay. I'm not a big journaler, but I'll do notes briefly to get my point across. Okay, so set boundaries, which I talk about. But when you're journaling, write down things that you're proud of. Okay, and not what others praised, but what you value. What are you proud of? Are you proud that you've survived all the abuse you've been through, whether it was as a child, adolescent, or right now as an adult? Are you proud that you left a relationship that was killing you, that was suffocating who you were? Are you proud that you wrote the book that you thought you'd never publish? Are you proud that you have a business? Are you proud that you have a job? Are you proud that you have success? Are you proud of who you are, of the man that you have become, of the woman that you have become? Are you proud that you're impacting this world? Are you proud that your community is cherishing you as a proud member, as a beacon of hope, of light, of inspiration, and protection? Write it down and focus on that. Okay? Focus on it. Okay? Number 4, celebrate authenticity. Easier said than done. Authenticity comes to those who accept their what we call weaknesses, which I don't particularly like that word, but it comes to those who are able to humble themselves in any situations. Okay. When you're celebrating authenticity, reward yourself when you act from truth, not people pleasing. Okay. Reward yourself. And I want to give you some examples of real life scenarios. Okay, example. Someone criticize your career choice. Instead of defending, you can think, their opinion doesn't define my purpose. There we go. Maybe someone judge you because of what you do, how you do it. Who cares? They have their own life. If they want to criticize what you do, let them. Let them. Is that gonna tear your dream down? It can if you let it. But if you don't let it, it's just noise, echoes. Keep moving forward. That's what matters. Okay. Another scenario is you post something online and it gets little engagement. Instead of deleting it, remind yourself why you shared it in the first place. Can you relate? I can. Okay. I've shared stuff people don't even click on or like, okay, whatever. It's out. I wanted to share it. Take it, leave it, delete it, exit. I don't care. I shared it. And that's what matters. That's it. Okay. And yeah, drop in the chat, in the comment, if you're watching this far. How are you celebrating yourself? How are you living in yourself, in your power and authenticity? Okay. Write it down. What's one area of your life that you seek approval or too much approval for? Okay. Number 5, as I wrap up, I'm going to leave some affirmations with you guys. Okay. Let's end this with just a few affirmations. You can say them out loud or just repeat them in your mind, or you can write them down, or you can just watch me say them. Whatever works for you. Okay, I have 4 here. Number 1, my worth isn't up for debate. Okay. 2, I trust myself to make decisions that serve me. 3, approval is optional. Peace is personal. 4, I am enough. Even when no one says it, I am enough. Yeah. So if you take away one thing from today, let it be this: you are allowed to approve yourself. You don't need permission from anybody, permission from anyone to define who you are. You are you. All right. So thank you again for tuning in to the Unleashing Potentials podcast. If this episode spoke to you, please drop in the comment, share it with a friend or anyone who needs this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's wisdom nuggets, I call them. Okay. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep unleashing your potential and step into your power. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.